trust, dependency, love, respect, passion, pain, intimacy, pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smile and look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of PGC After Dark with the Crazy Rich Aunties. And we are rounding out Kinktober with some very special guests. And tonight's topic is soft power, exploring caregiver dynamics. And our guests tonight are Miss Kiki Love and Miss Nisha B of OMG, Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses. They are in the building with us tonight. And listen, we don't have a hell of a conversation because these ladies are beyond interesting. And they have a lot to say about the caregiver dynamics that we're discussing on this evening. So, hope you all are ready to lock in, get in tune, and learn all the things that this topic is about tonight. So, without further ado, but also happy Halloween to all those ghouls and goblins out there doing your thing tonight. We hope you are having a hell of a time, and we can't wait to have this conversation. So let me get this on down and get the ladies on the screen. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie Regina. How you doing, boo?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, honey bun.
That's good.
Good. Hi, ladies. Welcome.
What's up? Hi, everybody. I got my little Halloween look today, so
Listen,
I'm being a good girl. Wait, look, I got my ponytails.
Come
I'm
on,
being a good girl.
I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it. Hey, Kiki.
Hey,
And I'll be on camera in just a second, y'all. I know y'all like, Leo, where you at? I'm
No
here.
problem. Hey, Kiki, I see you, beautiful. Mwah, 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 mwah.
hi sis.
I'm coming.
And hi,
Hey,
Auntie
cool.
Regina.
Yes,
Listen, so how was y'all day today?
long.
Long?
Yes, long. Per usual.
Understood.
Yeah,
Understood.
I still work
Understood.
regular 9 to 5. That white corporate
Understood.
job.
We got to get
Mm-hmm.
them coins. We got to
Yes,
get it how we live.
yes.
I feel you. I
Um,
feel you.
so yeah, I had a long day, interesting day, kind of a fun day. So I ain't too I ain't too mad about how my day went.
Yeah, my day
Auntie
was
Gina,
pretty
how was your
cool.
day?
Yeah.
It was good. We had Halloween dress up, and everybody kept saying, "Go down there, go down there." Her costume is really interesting.
You was dressed as one of the Queen of Hearts, right?
I was dressed as the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, you gotta send a picture of
Nice.
that.
Horror,
I
we
love that.
added horror because I'm a horror buff, so I added some horror. She lost the eye.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
Yes.
Because I remember we talked about it on our way back from, I mean, when we were in Baltimore. So,
Mhm.
ooh, I can't wait, honey. I can't wait to see pictures. I'm sure you got them.
I know. I want to
Yeah,
see those
wait till we
pictures.
have one.
Yes, I want to see him too.
Yeah, I'm sure she got
I'll probably
plenty
pull
of
up on.
pictures.
When
I'll
were
probably
y'all in
drop.
Baltimore? Because we just came back from there.
We did too. We were there the weekend of the 17th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were
Yeah,
there the weekend of the
we were there in
17th.
July. We were there in
Yeah.
July for the it's
North
next. So
King.
what does this stand for? Northeast Conference of
Kingdom.
Kink.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. Shout outs
The
to Sir
next one is in
Daniel.
May.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Sir Daniel and Slave Sunflower. They're the organizers of the NEC conference, and they're just incredible. They were our headliners for 2025 Melanated Sex Expo now, aka the Pleasureverse by OMG. We're so grateful for them. Period.
Yes.
First. Ooh, I'm
Yeah.
excited. That
Yeah.
sounds like a good time.
It's always a good
So,
time.
yeah, so before we hop into all of the conversation about soft power dynamics and all of that, tell
Yeah.
us about the what you ladies do. Because I came
Oh,
across you all from our guest from last week, melanated vixen,
Melinda.
Miss Nikki.
Yes,
So
that's our
I
baby.
Shout out to
wanted,
Melanated Vixen. Meow meow meow.
yes, so I want y'all to tell me what y'all do and tell us some of the things about your business.
Mm. Do you want to
Tell us
go
about
first, sis?
OMG.
Sure, I'll go first and then I'll leave enough for you to finish up, Kiki.
Yes.
um, we're orgasmic melanin goddesses, and what we do is we create safe spaces through events to celebrate Black power, pleasure, and this year it used to be we had an event. It was called the Melanated Sex Expo. And we have since evolved it to the Pleasureverse by OMG. It's still the same sexy vibe. And we used to have it a whole weekend, and now it's just a 1 day event. So the event
Okay.
will be February 28th, 2026, at a beautiful Black owned art gallery in downtown Phoenix, and we're putting Phoenix on the map because most people come around Phoenix. They'll go to LA or they go to Vegas. And we have so much talent and so much culture in Phoenix, and we want to be able to highlight that in a
Okay.
fun and sexy way. And we call it the Pleasureverse because we want to emphasize that we focus on all forms of pleasure, right? Because our biggest sex organ is our brain, right? So
Right.
you can't really have a fun sexy time if you're not in the right headspace. So we focus on
Absolutely.
all of that, and so Kiki can tell you or break it down as to what you would get when you
Yeah.
come to the Pleasureverse.
Ooh, so what you're going to get at the Pleasureverse, you're going to be immersed in a world of pleasure, wellness, exploration in a safe, healthy environment. This is for all people. But our focus and our mission is always to uplift, elevate, and empower the melanated community.
Okay, come
That
on,
is our
y'all.
number one focus. That is our mission, is to elevate and amplify Black, Indigenous, Brown voices in the community. That's
Okay.
literally in our word of our business. Melanated is
Period.
in the word, right?
It's in the
So
word, and
it's
honey.
in the word. And so we are very, very honored and privileged. I'm not trying to cry during this live stream, but we are very honored and very privileged to have the power couple, the one, the only King Noir and Just Set and Jasmine. They are slated to be our headliners and our keynote speaker for 2026. So listen, they've traveled all over the globe. They are world renowned fetish trainers. For those who are in the kink space or in the sex space, you know who they are, right? But to the lame person that don't know, you gonna know. So if you don't know, you will know. Okay.
Hello.
They are a powerhouse couple. They've been in kink for over King Noir has been in kink and been a sex educator for well over 20 years. Jasmine, she's a clinical psychotherapist. So she knows her things, right? And they're just a powerhouse couple and they're going to bring the house down. We told them they have carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And so we are very excited, but again, we are very proud and honored to amplify Black voices here in Phoenix. And so
Yes.
we have people that are kinksters and people that do their thing out here. And so we have people that are rappers, that are R&B songstress and singers and that pole dancers, fire play, like all the things, right? And because we get tired of hearing that's white people shit, we do a fun, sexy cosplay party. So if you like to dress up,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you like to
Okay.
dress up, and you like to do your thing and cosplay and get into character and all that cool shit, the theme for 2026 is Afrofuturism, a cosmic renaissance.
Ooh. Huh. See, I didn't even know y'all existed because
And now you know.
the parties I go to here
Yeah,
are a little bit different, and I want to
yeah,
out to do. I mean, to see different to venture
Yeah.
yes,
and
Yeah.
oh yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
yes.
We want
So
we want
we
to emphasize though that it is
we
not
are
a
not a
play
play
party.
party. No,
It's
ma'am.
a pleasure ignition.
Yes,
Okay. So we gonna give you the education. We still gonna be
yes.
sexy. We'll
Oh,
have the workshops, we'll have panel
yes.
discussions. We will
Mm-hmm.
also have healing spaces, a chill room. We're being mindful of all people. We feel like in our planning, if we, as we plan, we think of all marginalized communities, LGBTQ, neurodivergent, disabled, everybody, even larger body people, because a lot of people, when they plan, they don't think about all of these different communities. So we feel like we include that in our planning, that everybody feels seen, everybody feels celebrated, and everybody feels loved and have a great time. And that's what we're all about. So
Right.
definitely, y'all, come to Phoenix. It's gonna be beautiful weather, so y'all can get out of the cold weather if y'all in the East Coast or the
Yes.
North, and you
Yes.
can come to Phoenix and just celebrate the culture in Phoenix and have an amazing time and be able to walk outside and just wear a jacket.
Yes. Or you don't even have to wear a jacket, really, because it's not
Sometimes.
gonna be, yeah, sometimes. Like, but it's gonna be an amazing event. This is our third one. We are very, very excited. Um we just had Candy Burris, yes, the one, the
You
only
did, and
Grammy.
I saw that on your
Yes,
page.
Grammy award winning, Tony nominated. I have to keep saying her things because when I tell you she came to support us and she did her thing and she gave us so many pearls and she didn't have to do it. Let me be very clear. She did not have to, but she did. And she said, I want to support y'all. I want to come. And she showed up and she showed out.
Yes.
And so we are very, very excited. So yeah, no, we're truly excited. Now trust me, we got some things, but we can't tell everything. But just know, if you get your ticket, honey, and this is the last day, Halloween is the last day for the 2-for-1 special for the general admission ticket. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Y'all better go get them tickets
Yeah,
then,
better
sound
go get
like
them
to me.
tickets. Cause we already got our tickets. So we got our ticket. We gonna be front row. I hope King and Jasmine do a little something strange to me for a piece of change. You know, just do a little something
Hey,
strange
hey,
to me.
hey, hey,
Yes, I'm
You
waiting.
volunteer as tribute,
I
Kiki.
I will absolutely volunteer because I am a switch. So I'm like, yes, whatever you want. Ah, it's gonna be a time. It's going to be a time.
Sounds interesting. Very, very interesting. It's time to get out of Indiana and start exploring different avenues, especially
Mhm.
when it's more diverse. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
because, a lot of people think that Black people are not into this. And
right.
Mhm.
very much into this. It's like
Yes.
they just think it's just Caucasian
But
uh,
yeah.
thing.
That's it. You just said the word,
Yeah.
right? And
But
we want
I
to
want to. Oh, go ahead, Kiki. Go
know
ahead.
the reason why. So the reason why we started our business in the first place is because we got tired of hearing that
Mhm.
this is solely for white people. Only white people are into BDSM. Only white people are into kink. Only white people do XYZ. And we got tired of that. We got tired of hearing that. And so I'm like, no, Black folks do this shit too. And we do it very well. And we do it very sexy and with class and with taste. And so, no, my
And with
my
a little
goal
flavor.
with a little flavor, exactly. And so I've been in sex work for I know I look 21, but I'll be 41 in less than 2 weeks. And I've been in sex work since 2009. And I'm telling you, my mission, my goal was to find people that look like me that were doing this work. Because when I started my journey in sex education and doing sex work, there was nobody that looked like me.
Mhm.
There
Sure.
was
Mhm.
nobody that looked like me, that looked like you, doing this work. And then once I really started diving in, there's a profla, and I'm so
Mhm.
grateful. And we're
Mhm.
so blessed to be able to travel and see different states and cities. Like I said, we just came back from Baltimore doing our workshop on pheromones and aphrodisiacs. We teach the people now. And so we went to Baltimore and did our thing. And so we're so grateful for every opportunity that we get. And so yeah, it's a dope job. I tell people I have a dope job.
I can absolutely see the enjoyment in the work that you all do based on what I see on your social media and things like that. And even how Nicole spoke very highly of you all and
Mhm.
in our conversations, and she talked about how she has even stepped into that uh a different realm and different understanding of all of those kind of things. And I was like, girl, I didn't know you did this. And I've been knowing her for a few years now. And I'm like, when did this happen? So we
Yes,
Yeah.
ended
I
up having
baby.
a conversation and really, I started learning more about what she does and how she navigates this space and all of those kind of things. And so um I think last year or the year before we did Kinktober thing
Okay.
because one of our co-hosts, she does bedroom candy. And so
Okay.
she's usually the one that keeps us up on the inner workings and
Yes.
special months within
Yes.
that space. And so she was like, well, and then this year I was like, well, let's do it again. Let's do it in a different way, though. Let's do it again, but let's have different conversations in regards to kink and
Mhm.
what all of that entails and what that looks like because our goal again is to educate and to help people to fully understand something that people swear they're the best at in a
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
light and in a different
Yeah.
way. So the goal
Yeah.
has been to educate on sensuality, pleasure, sexuality, intimacy, and relationships, but also gaining an understanding of what your body does in these spaces.
Yes.
Um, like we talked about last week, whispers and moans, the sounds, and all of those
Mm.
kind of things. So we talked about that last week. And even on our Tuesday show, we've been touching base on um, what did we talk about Tuesday? Oh, fetishes. We talked about people's fetishes and all of those kind of things, and helping everybody to understand the difference between a fetish and a kink.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
we've done a full PGC Kinktober thing and not just PGC After Dark. We've done a full PGC Kinktober situation and having those conversations, because we feel like it's important for us to not just talk about, the fluffy stuff. We got to
Mhm.
dive deep. We got to dig into other things
Yeah.
because, like we said, people are out here doing these things. People are participating in these conversations. And so we got to participate in these conversations. We got to
Absolutely.
participate in what the people really want and what people are out here engaging in order to have a space that is inclusive for everybody. We
Yes.
don't discriminate on who can have the conversation or who can come over here, but
Mm-hmm.
we definitely try to make sure that as melanated people, we do have that space. As plus size people, we have that space
Mhm.
and all of that good
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And as
Mhm.
Black women, that was the biggest thing, is that Black women had a space to come have these conversations, and where we're not being um fetishized, or we're not being looked at as whores or none of that other kind of stuff, because we're
Right.
having these conversations and we're removing that veil of, just because we're talking about sex, that means we're all out here hunching and we're hunching on
Oh my God.
you know what I'm saying? Because that's the thought process too, is that because you are having these conversations, that you are out here loose, that you sharing yourself with everybody, that you out here just giving it up, and
Right.
that
That's
is
furthest
the
from the
furthest from
case.
the truth. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's
Right.
the furthest
You
from
know
the truth.
what?
Like,
That's a common misconception because I'm back out here in this dating world. And I purposely, when I talk to someone, I tell them what I do because I want to see their level of maturity. And
mm-hmm.
the first thing, these men, because I'm 52, right? So I'm talking to
Oh, fine.
girl, 50, black don't crack. So,
Yeah.
but it's like you talking to 55-plus-year-old men, and they're like, "Oh, you a freak," and I'm like, where did that
Same.
come from? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The other thing too is that assuming that I didn't did everything. Like I may explore and learn and I understand and I see. I'm a voyeur. I'm a big voyeur, so I love to
Yep.
watch.
Me
So
too.
I may see things and learn about things. That doesn't necessarily mean that I've done everything too. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said the more freakier she gets, the more the more exclusive she is around with the type of people she dates. So it's like, don't assume, now I might be freaky. That don't mean I'm freaky with everybody.
Yeah.
And that don't
Everybody.
mean I do
Absolutely.
everything.
That's
And so it is a misconception when you're in
very.
this space. But it's a great way. I bring it up first time when dating because I want to
Yep.
get, I'm like, let me scratch you out because I already know
Right.
where your mind is going.
Because ain't
I already
nobody
Right,
got
want to
because
time
know
I
for
because
already
that.
you're
know
not
what
even
you
mature.
own.
Yeah, no, ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody got time
Period.
for that foolishness. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because I
excommunicate
already know
these
what you
men.
own. I already know where your head is at, and I know that
Yeah.
you won't
God,
be mature enough to navigate this space with me, especially if that's your thought off top.
Yep.
Yes.
right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And even me.
absolutely.
I wanted to add, so it was something else you said because one of the things, Kiki and I travel, we go to all these kink events and we
Yep.
had to really know who our audience is, right?
Correct.
So
Mm-hmm.
part of the reason why we don't do play parties and stuff like that is because we're looking for the people who are curious, who want to
Right.
know. They might not necessarily be in the lifestyle, in any
Correct.
lifestyle or any of these spaces, but they want to take their relationship or they want to a next level or they want to learn something. So we wanted to create an environment that's still sexy, but it's not overwhelming. for people who are just coming into this space. And we want them to learn from the experts, people who live these lifestyles, if they're poly or if they're in the kink space, or, or if they're in the lifestyle, if they do, you know what I'm saying, if they do play parties, whatever it is, we wanted to create a welcoming environment that no matter what level you're at, you can come in and you can feel comfortable and you can ask the questions that you probably normally couldn't ask otherwise, and you can get the right information, because the internet, sometimes we got too much wrong information out here, and you got people out here talking about they in a lifestyle or they doing something, and they don't even know nothing. They haven't educated themselves or anything, and they're causing more harm than good. And so that's the reason why we do what we do. So like when you were talking about, like, people at all different levels and learning and exploring, and people of color, we just want them to see people that look like them and feel comfortable enough to ask the question.
Yeah. And I love that because I think when we talk about kink and we talk about just even the dynamics of sex, people's minds are so limited when it comes to what they think sex involves. And so that's one of the reasons like we started this show altogether. We started
Mm-hmm.
this show because um, there was a different dynamic of us. We were married, divorced, single, dating, and in a relationship. So we had all the dynamics, and we were between, I think at that time, 30, 35 to 55.
Oh
So it
wow.
was so it was a wide range of us. It was when we first started the show, it was five ladies, and so they have gone on to do other things. I miss y'all, but they have gone on to do other things. But even in that space, when we started talking about our experiences, whether
Mhm.
married, divorced, single, newly dating, been dating, all of those kind of things, that the one consensus was is that sex is something that people are always going to be talking about. People are always going to want to talk about sex. People are going to always want to explore that topic. But then, how do we get people to have educated conversations about sex and not just having conversations about, oh, you a freak, you gonna let me do this, and this? No, how about we have a conversation about what we learn or how we can learn each other in sex and not just having sex, but sexual health, sexual wellness, all of those kind of things. But not just sex, but pleasure. Because a lot of people don't even know what pleasure looks like outside of penetration. And
Wow.
so
That part.
we've been, having those kind of conversations in order to make sure that our audience is well versed, they understand what their body is doing. Because I geek out on the technical things when we start having them conversations. We talk about the dopamine, we talk about the endorphins and oxytocin and all those kind of things because people don't even know what their bodies be doing
What you
when
said,
they out here hunching, okay? And
true.
all they know is that they hunching.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. And going back, I love what y'all doing because, like, when you go to certain parties, you have people who are not vetted in the lifestyle. They just have people come to parties. And
Yeah.
it's a free for all. And what they don't realize that everybody has a right to tell you no.
Right.
I'm not feeling it. I don't want to be bothered. I'm just here. Because there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people who come, they're just there to watch. A lot of people are new,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, but I've been noticing it's like, because they want to fill the parties up, they just let anybody in the parties.
Hmm.
Right.
And
Fact.
Mm.
that is like dangerous because I have a
Yes.
friend that had someone, she was called a whore because she told them no, she did not want to. Is that me?
I don't know.
She was called a whore because she did not want to engage with this person. And he was like, well, I was told if I come to the party, it was a free for all.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's not it. And so
Yeah.
it was like, he was very aggressive, and she was like, it was her first time coming. So she was like,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
and I
Yeah.
saw
That probably soured her.
and I was like, hold up, baby. I don't know who told you this, but when you come to these parties, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing. So you can't
Yeah.
come here thinking that the women are here for you, for your pleasure. You can just come in here and pick anybody. That's not what it's about. A lot of people here just, I go mostly watch, and I also go to make a lot of friends. I like the communication, and I like to learn. And so it's like, they don't vet people anymore. They used to vet people. I mean, 20 years plus years ago, they used to vet people before they let them into events.
Right.
They're not doing this anymore, and it's dangerous because they feel
Yeah. Regina, I think, wait a minute. Auntie Regina, I think you and I got a lot in common because I love to go to play parties. I'm like the social butterfly there. I don't even play. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm the one, I volunteer to do the tours and whatever I got to do to be part of it. But I don't even play. It's so funny, but I'm a voyeur. So I like to watch. But I feel more comfortable in those spaces than I do going to a club, because in the club, a lot of people don't understand consent. Whereas when I go to the parties that we go to, I could be standing in the middle of the room butt naked and nobody's going to touch me without permission.
Right.
And that's the thing that we emphasize too at our event. Like once you buy the ticket, you will get an email asking you to complete a form, and it talks about the consent. It talks about it. It talks about our whole environment. They have to agree to it. And if they don't fill it out before they come, and they come to the event, then they have to fill it out before they can even walk in. We want to make sure everybody understands. And we actually have a consent coach. We will have a consent coach, someone who will kind of mediate if there's an issue or someone feels violated. It's a person that people can go to and they can mediate the situation. And we also will be doing wristbands, because we also notice, not even just thinking about neurodivergent people, but just people overall some people don't like to be touched. So we'll have wristbands. If someone's wearing a red wristband, that means don't touch them, period.
Right.
If they have a yellow, we're not even doing green. If they have a yellow wristband, that means proceed with caution. Ask them, I'm a hugger. Can I hug you? Don't just assume that people want you to touch them. So as we're planning this and doing this, we are really trying to be very mindful that we want everybody to feel comfortable in the space.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's critical. It's for us. Safety is our number one driving force when it comes to what we do. People are very pleasantly surprised that we have armed security. They're like, y'all got security?
Period.
I'm like, and
get out of hand.
And I tell our head of security
right
every year, I tell him, I said, Dennis, you know what to do. Just graze them in the pinky toe if they cut up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just the pinky toe, just a little grazing, to let
Thank
people
God
know that we are
problem.
serious. We've never had any issues, thank God. But yeah, no, when people see the armed security, they know that we mean business.
Yep.
So we had a question in the comments that asks, what is play? In regards to the conversation that you ladies are talking about currently, what is play?
Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, I can answer it. So play is an all-encompassing term to me. So when you go to any type of play party or a a sex club, that allows you to engage in public, um, you know, sex and things like
Sex.
that. Um, there are rules and regulations and guidelines that you have to meet when you go to these environments. And if you don't do what they say do, you are going to get put out. So play is all encompassing, just sexy, sexy and having a good time with consent. The key word of tonight is consent.
Yeah. Yep.
Everything has to be consensual, right?
Mhm.
So that is, for me, what play is a good time with consent, of course.
Mhm.
Mm.
Now, see, I work at a adult club, which
Yes.
is for it's a lifestyle club. And
Yes.
Mhm.
the one thing I like about this club is that when new people come in,
Hmm.
we have sponsors that will walk them around the club and we give them the rules uh, so that they know what's going on. And
Hmm.
if they have issues, and one thing I really, really love for the women, they are, we take them to a special place and we let them see we have special codes. If they feel unsafe, they can
Mhm.
go to us, they can go to the DJ, which is head of security. They can come to the hostess stand, or they can find anybody in the club that works in the club with a badge on, and we can help them. If they feel like
Mhm.
they've been roofied, there's a special
Hmm.
word for that. So it's like, and like you said, you'll see signs around the club that says consent is everything.
Yep.
Mhm.
And you don't see a lot of clubs that do that. And that's one thing that I really, really like about them, because we try to make sure that male and female feel safe, because you do have
Yeah.
women that are very, very aggressive in those
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
situations. And
Had
Hmm.
that happened to me before.
yeah. And so you want the men and the women who have those extra aggressive women to feel safe. So
Yeah.
when I do tours, I try to let them know that even if it's a woman that's coming onto you and you don't want that, please let us know so that we can handle it.
Right.
Because we want everybody to feel safe. We don't want anybody to feel like, oh my God, every time I come here, somebody's groping me, somebody's doing this, somebody doing it. Because
Mm-mm.
we would like, we give you one warning,
That's
you do
it.
it again. Now we've told you to stop doing this. Then security, all you everybody just clear the path. Security will walk you out this door. And the good thing I like about it is they'll put you on suspension for 30 days. 30
Mm.
days. It depends on what you do, because sometimes it'll go up to 90 days. And then it's like a $400 fee to get back in.
Oh
So
wow.
they let you know, yo, we're serious about this, because it's all about people's safety, not about you
Right.
Hmm.
coming in here. Oh, I think I'm just going to go and touch on her, kiss, because we
Yeah.
see people walk up to people and just kiss them dead in their mouth.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
a lot of people get the
Really?
misconception, especially first timers, people that, again, I've been uh into kink and all of that for over 20 years. And so been in the lifestyle, and so there are rules and regulations and guidelines that you have to meet when you go into these clubs, when you go into the play parties and all of that. Those are rules and regulations and again, I've seen some stuff
Yeah.
where it be a free for all, and I'm just like, listen, that's not how we do stuff around here. That's not how we do. So, but people have their own rules and regulations in their own house, right?
Right.
The way that we do things at OMG, again, what when our pleasure verse, our expo is not a play party, but we can recommend places where you can go to get that experience. And shout outs to our sister, Goddess Aya, who has provided that safe space for people to here in Phoenix to go and to have that experience, because we've been to some of the nightclubs out here in Phoenix, and my God, it's not good. We're not gonna name no names. We're not gonna say no names, but Lord,
But
I be
their
like,
initials are. No, I'm just kidding.
right? 'Cause I'm like, what's going on? But no, like, we appreciate going into, especially me, because out of the two of us, I'm the one that's been doing this the longest. Um, I appreciate walking into a space and knowing that I can wear a nightie and I know I'm not going to get grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not going to get touched in an inappropriate way without consent. I know that when I go into that space, I know that I can be as free as I want to be, and nobody's going to touch me without my consent. And
That
that is the most important part.
that part.
Absolutely. So we did have another question. This is a good question
Sure.
too. Um, and then we're gonna tap into the topic for tonight.
Yes.
we had, but I will definitely say that this is a good conversation because a lot of people
Yeah.
don't even know how to lead into the lifestyle, or
Yeah.
they don't know the difference between a club or a,
Yes.
a lounge or an adult club or any of
Yes.
those kind of things. And so I do think it's important to have this conversation for people that
Yes.
may be interested or may not fully know or understand the different dynamics that there are
Yeah.
when it comes to play. Because again, this isn't something that we talk about openly. These
No,
aren't conversations that we have, and
they're very
I
hush
think
hush.
Yep.
yeah, I think out of
Yeah.
all of us, I may be the one that is. Although I have participated in the lifestyle and things of that nature, I've been out of touch for so long
Um,
that and my boo here, Regina, she is the one that does, kind of keep me up on things and kind of teaches me and all of those kind of things. But I'm very well versed in reading. I'm gonna read some books now. I'm gonna tap into some stuff. I'm gonna educate myself, even
yes.
if I'm not actively active in the lifestyle or
Mhm.
anything like that. And I just think for myself, I kind of tapped out of things when I moved to a new city. And then once I got here, I was just like, I don't know these people. I don't like the way these people look, all of those kind of things. And so it became a different situation. But also coming across different people where I can be educated, where I can learn something, where I can understand different things, and then be able to navigate accordingly because we do travel a lot. If I'm traveling and I want to go somewhere and be like, all right, let's go to a party or let's
Mm-hmm.
go to a
Oh,
club, I don't want to be in there like,
Am I
oh,
safe?
and just tip on out.
yeah.
So,
Especially if you paying your
um,
heart on coin. You paying your
Yes.
heart on coin.
absolutely.
And a lot of these sex clubs, no shade, a lot of these sex clubs is charging an arm, a leg, and a biscuit
Yep.
to get in now.
Yep.
And they just, and I'm spending how much to get in
Yeah.
where to do what, and it's whack. Oh no, I want my money back. So yeah,
So the question was, you spoke about vetting. What
yes,
about folks' paperwork in these environments, aka my chart? And then he said, "Forgive me if this is not an appropriate question. It's definitely an appropriate question,
it's
Yes.
all the
especially for the
appropriate
for the
questions.
topic." Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, so when you're doing vetting, it's absolutely necessary to vet the person, right? How long have they been in the lifestyle? What I recommend, because I've seen people do this, is do like a Google sheet right? When you're doing, let's just say you want to do a play party at your, at your home, or you want to rent an Airbnb or something like that to, or rent somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Get a Google sheet and ask questions. How long have you been in the lifestyle? Are you in the lifestyle? Are you a kinkster? These are types of questions that you can ask. And what is your social media? Are you on social media?
Ask for
All these different.
references.
Yes.
Yes,
Who do you know in the space? Because
right.
this is a small world, so I would ask for references, and then you can
Yep,
go and and check, ask those people, and
yep,
these people are going to are they going to vouch for you? I think that's important.
yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a lifestyle party. It was really high tech kind of. It's a couple in a suburb in Phoenix, and we had to fill out. It was a free membership, but we had to fill out paperwork, and then they had
Yep.
to. Their vetting process was after they asked us the questions. They then we had to upload a picture of ourselves and
Mhm.
all of that stuff. And then when we came to the event, once we got approved, when we came to the event, we had a special number.
Yep.
We gave our number, our pictures popped up on the screen, like it
Oh,
was.
that's smart.
So
Yeah.
it was a software that they used um, to vet. But if you don't have the ability to do that, I think like Kiki was saying, like a Google form where
Yep.
you can ask questions. And the biggest one is, who in this space do you know? Who can
Right.
vouch for you, so that you can
Mm-hmm.
reach out to that person and ask if they're going to vouch for you. And now, I
Mhm.
mean, of course, you're not gonna. There's gonna be cracks. Sometimes people get through those cracks, but
Yeah.
if you can do as much due diligence as you can,
Right.
at least, and I think also too, it will also attract the right people. They're going to like that you're doing that. So you're
Yep.
going to have a higher quality of people at your event because they're like, oh, these people vet, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to get a higher quality or higher caliber of people at your event when you do that. I've seen some people, they even do, they'll check the registry to see if
Yep.
you've been on a registry, so it just
Yes.
all depends. Some people,
Yeah.
everybody does something different.
Yep.
That's now
And
that's that extra step of
yeah,
protection all the way around because a lot of
correct.
people don't um we don't know. We don't know
Right.
these
Mhm.
days, you know.
We don't know
Um
these people.
Absolutely. And so I
Like
think
what?
that extra step, that'll be a
Yeah.
reason I'll slide up in your club any and every time because
Yeah.
you went the extra step to make sure that I'm not coming in contact with somebody that's on the registry. That's
Right.
really, really dope.
And then
Um
Mhm.
also for that, the second part of your question about testing, asking for the paperwork is crucial, right? Have you been in contact? When's the last time? Again, these are in the vetting questions. When's the last time you gotten tested? How, have you been in contact with anybody that has had any type of STI or HIV? Things like that.
mhm.
And then the person that is hosting the party, asking the questions about the host. Do you have condoms on site? Do you have HIV kits on site?
Oh,
Can
now
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
good.
Like for us, like because we were, talking about potentially, again, this is further down the road to doing play parties as well. Because we've done those, and then we also wanted to have a sponsor have an HIV truck on site so people can get tested on site. We take
Mhm.
that very seriously. And with our expo, we do have HIV testing on site. So
That's
we've
good.
done that. And so we take it very, very seriously. We don't mess around when it comes to that. And so we're very poignant because, again, Black women have the highest HIV rates in the country. Houston just had a huge scare not too long ago with gonorrhea and chlamydia.
Mm.
There was a huge outbreak. not too long ago.
Mhm.
So, and again, Houston is what densely populated with what Black people. So,
Mhm.
we don't mess around when it comes to that. So, vetting and making sure that people have their accurate paperwork when it comes to getting tested and all of that, and then making sure that they're getting all of the tests done, and that's including herpes simplex 1 and 2,
Yeah, and
because a lot of
that's the
people
other
don't
thing.
get tested for that.
Well, a lot of clinics don't test for that, so you have to be.
Right.
So even when you ask somebody for their status, you need to know what they tested for, because
Right.
sometimes some clinics do different types of testing. I went to a clinic to get tested, and they told me that they would not test me for HPV, and they wouldn't test me for HSV, because unless I came in contact. So they only just tested for HIV. You got your results right away, and then they tested for the sisters. I call them the sisters: gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis. I call them the sisters, and
Because listen,
right. Listen,
because
they
they
like
get right
the
here. They
ugly
be just like
stepsisters.
this. They, I
Right.
don't know where them balloons
And
came
then her
from.
and then her
Yeah,
late
when you do
cousin, and
certain
then
when
her
you do
and then her
certain
older cousin
signs.
trigonomis, because
Yes,
trigonomis is
Right.
a
okay.
But
tricky one too.
trick is a real tricky one, because
Yep.
men are carriers of
Of
those
the
Yep.
trick.
and don't
Yep.
even
Oh,
know
they have it.
that they have it, and then they passing it on to different women. And when they go get tested, because they have to stick, you know what I'm saying? They have to stick it inside the little
Yes.
hole, you know what I'm saying, in the
Yes.
urethra
Yes.
area to test it. And so men, they're like, "Oh, I went to the doctor. I got tested. Did you get tested for trick though?" And
Yep.
so
Mm.
these are things that, when you're asking people for their status, don't just go for, "Oh, I'm clean." Clean from what?
What?
Right.
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 Because
Right.
I got a story to tell about that. Lord have mercy. Little story time. Little story time. So I was dating, right? I was dating. And this dude, on the line, on the, things, we met up. I knew what it was. It was, hookup. So I was like, all right, bro. So he come over the house and he
Not
trying to be
bro.
sexy, succulent and everything like that. And I was like, all right. So he pulled his pants down. He's like, let's get to it. And I'm like, okay, but you got that condom? And he was like, he looked at me like I had 6 heads. I said, you got that condom? Yeah, what's up? And he was like, what you mean? I said, sir, you don't even know my last name. What you mean? Put the condom on. He's like, we don't need no condom.
Oh
Huh?
yeah.
I
You
said,
look
yes, we
clean.
do. That's it. Listen, when I tell you, I said, yes, we do. He's like, what we need a condom for? Hello, HIV, STDs, like a baby. Like, what do you mean? He was like, you look clean. Like, what does look clean mean? Nigga, what? Like, this is what this black man told me. I said, if
Playing
you
rough.
don't go get them
And that's
condoms,
something. That's something that happens more often than not.
yes.
I've had
Yeah.
strangers that did not even know my name
Mm-mm.
say some of the most asinine things to me, and I'm
No,
like, "What did you
no, I
say
cannot.
to me?" Would you look
No,
clean, sir?
yeah, no. What
I've
does
had a
look
guy
clean
at the
mean?
gas
I don't even
station tell
know.
me he wanted to lick my butt, and I was like, "Come here, let me tell you something." I, I said, "You know, it could be death right on the inside of my ass, right?" Why would you say something like that? Well, why would you say you want to lick my butt, nigga? You just met me at the gas station. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
They
That is
get more and more
insane.
comfortable with it. It's
That is insane.
like it's the norm, and it's not the norm. That is
And this was years ago before people talked about licking butt in that way. And I'm like, what are we out
Yeah.
here even doing? Why is this
Yeah.
okay?
So I wanna say this, and this is why I get excited about the event that we do, and why we want to bring people who might not be in these spaces. I'm not so like I don't consider myself in specific lifestyles. I am a my I didn't ha- I had my sexual evolution at 40. I'm open to things. I've educated myself, but what I love about being in these spaces, and this is why I tell for this is for the vanilla people who might not be in these spaces or wouldn't even consider. I have learned so much in these spaces that you can take it into you know what I'm saying, into your vanilla world. Like being in these spaces, that's when you learn about being asking for testing. We don't do that. Like vanilla people don't do that. But people who are in the lifestyle or in the kink space, that is a regular occurrence. They're getting tested on a regular. So it's part of the conversation. That's what I love. When you get into kink, it's about negotiation and communication. I love that. A lot of monogamous relationships don't do that, right?
Yep.
So I always tell people, come to our event, and maybe kink and BDSM might not be for you. Maybe poly might not be for you, but I guarantee you, you're going to take something from what you learn and you'll be able to apply it into your vanilla. You know, we say vanilla, people who do anything, you know, vanilla means people who are not in the kink lifestyle spaces, right? So I guarantee there'll be some dynamic, the communication piece of it, something that you will be able to take and apply into your vanilla relationship. And that's why I recommend that people come and educate themselves and learn. And a lot of couples that we had came and were like, oh my gosh, I learned something that I could take home. My partner and I, we can take home and now we can apply it and we're so much closer. Or my partner gets me now, you know, because we've learned this new dynamic. Slave Sunflower taught at one of our workshops this year, I keep this 2025, this past February, on the power of service.
Yep.
It was people crying in there.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, she's a submissive. And she was talking about that, you know, the power of service and how you can really take that and apply it into any relationship.
Into any relationship, absolutely.
And so that's why I tell people, don't judge, don't think, oh, that's some freaky ass nasty shit. Come and learn and get from it what you get from it. You might be like, yeah, that ain't for me, but I did get this nugget. And that's why I always want to tell people that you can learn something from everybody.
That's true.
I think if we get out of the space of automatically entering things that we don't understand with the idea that like that is most of the time the initial reaction to anything that we don't necessarily, why would I do that? Let's set it down. You know, we go in with a judgmental frame of mind, and instead of going in with an open mind to say, okay, what can I learn in this space? What can I gain? What can I understand in this space? People go in with the initial thought of judgment. And one of the things that, because initially before I even entered the lifestyle some years ago, I didn't know nothing about nothing.
Right.
I was like, what? Y'all doing what now? Tell me a little more. And you know, over time it was just like I always knew that I liked different things. I just didn't know what the different things were.
Right.
And I just
Or didn't
didn't
have the
know what the
proper
different.
names or terms for them.
Yes, I just didn't have the understanding or the verbiage or any of that.
Right.
And so I think the more that we have these conversations, the more that we are open to gaining an understanding before having an opinion, a lot of us would then recognize the importance of having these conversations and communicating in our relationships. That's why so many people out here willing and wanting to cheat because they don't have the verbiage, they don't have um the type of communication in the relationship in order to say, hey, I want to try something. I
Right.
want to do something. Hey, can we go? Can we go to Pleasureverse
Yeah.
together? Can we go together? And
Yeah.
then we can learn some stuff. We don't necessarily have to go in order to be poly or be into BDSM or any of
Right.
that, but can we go together so we can learn some stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And a
want to
lot of people
add to
don't
what you
have
were
that.
saying. I want to add to what you were saying about people cheating. A lot of that is because they're not really being true to who they are, right?
Yeah.
They may not have the capacity to just be monogamous and be with one person, but because society has deemed that that's the way that they're supposed to be, they're, living this lifestyle that is not truly who
It's
they
not
are,
theirs.
and
Uh-huh.
they're breaking hearts with it because they're living a lie and it's impacting everybody in the relationship. Whereas
Yes.
if they could be true to themselves and be like, I have the capacity to love more than one person.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? And then educate themselves on what that's about, because poly, you can still cheat in poly, and people don't
Oh
understand
yeah.
that
Hell
too.
yeah.
So what I'm saying is that we in society, like I said, I didn't come into my evolution until I was 40. It was because as Black women and Black men, we are all taught we're supposed to live a certain way. A lot of that has to do, it goes all the way back to slavery time. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? It's like how we have to show up as Black people, and we can't do what we love, because then people will think that all Black people are like that. Like as if we're a monolith and we represent all Black people.
Yes,
When
I was
it's
just gonna
about
say
us
that
living in
one
our truth.
one black person you come across represent all
Right.
black people. No, baby. Uh-uh.
Or
Stop it.
people say, this is what I hate too. You might as well be poly because the men cheat anyway. Get out of here. That's bullcrap too. Okay. Either you poly or you not. If you know what I'm saying? It's not just
Everybody's not built for poly.
some. Yeah,
Right.
some people are not built for that. And if
Right.
you got a man, if you gonna be poly just because men cheat anyway, you're not living
You in
your
it for the
true life.
wrong
You
reason.
right.
You're
You
in
in
it
it for
for
the
the
wrong reasons
wrong.
too.
You're
You're
not
in it
gonna
for
be
the.
happy.
So
Yeah,
You're
I
not
know.
gonna be happy. You're
You'll
not.
never have that sense of fulfillment or happiness if that's the reason that you're dealing or you're in a poly relationship, is because, oh well, they gonna cheat anyway.
Right.
Well, I uh just because the person he's dealing with doesn't mean he's still not dealing with somebody else on the side, and it
Right.
doesn't mean that he's
Correct.
always going to cheat. It
Right.
does not mean that you may not always be informed either. So
Right.
like I really hate the internet sometimes.
It's,
I hate the internet sometimes because of the lack of knowledge and awareness
yes.
when it comes down to actually actively communicating and learning stuff. People again see something, they just come up with their own idea of what it is and then start spewing that shit all over the place. And it's like, did you read about this? Did you educate yourself
no.
No.
about this before you
What it,
started
No.
what
talking?
do
Sound
I
bite.
always say, sis? I always say this phrase. Niggas don't read.
No.
and
Niggas don't
then
read.
the
They don't
crazier
read.
part,
Yeah,
they
no,
don't.
they don't, because I am also poly. So I am polygynous. And I've been polygynous since 2017. And so for me,
You gotta tell people what that means. Some people might not know what
okay,
polygynous
Listen, because
means.
I was
yeah.
about to say tell us, but I was gonna wait for her to finish.
So
Because
poly,
that's
okay,
different
so
from
yeah,
polyamory.
yeah, there's different levels to it. So poly
It
is
is
is an all-encompassing
the
term for meaning
umbrella.
more than one love. So polyamory, that's what it means, right? And so then you have polygyny, which is my side of poly, right? Where it's one man and multiple wives. And then you have polyandry, where it's one woman and multiple men or multiple husbands. So there's different sets, right? We gang out here, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I want husband, sister wife, or sister wives. And the reason why I decided to do it is because of multiple different things. But the main reason for me is because there's not enough Black men to go around. We outrank them, we out earn them, and for every 6 Black women, there's only one Black man. The numbers are not in our favor.
That part.
So, and so if you ask 1,000 Black women, right? You ask 1,000 Black women, who is their ideal partner, they're all gonna say in unison Idris Elba or Denzel Washington. Well, unfortunately, they're not available, sister. Right? They're not available. They're with beautiful Black women, right? And they're in, monogamous relationships. They're not available. So what are your options? Right? So for me, I had to think about it not only from an economical standpoint, because we are living in hell. We are living in hell. Tomorrow will be the first of the month, and niggas ain't getting their snap. Okay, 40 million people are about to go hungry, and it's hell in a handbasket. You got the orange Cheeto puff, just causing calamities and chaos around here. And so I don't know about you, but rent is sky high. Groceries is $32,000, and the cost of eggs is ridiculous. Can't afford eggs. Can't even
So
afford a gallon
cooperative
of milk.
economics
Right.
is what's
So
supporting you. Cooperative economics.
exactly. So I say 3 incomes is better than 1 or
Hello.
2. Cause like I said, the cost of living is sky high. Cause can't nobody afford these rent prices. Who can afford it? Not me.
Listen, because I'm out
I
here
got my
trying to
mama
find
living
cute
with me, and I'm trying to
boyfriends.
get rid of her every other Tuesday. I be trying, friend. I be like, friend, mama, she can't cook and clean, but she's one hell of an accountant. Go on
Hey,
and take her.
okay. She got
Yeah,
our strengths.
period. Because my mama lived with me, so I be like, I try to put her out every other Tuesday. I be like, listen, and so it's hard out here. And
It is.
so for me, it was about economics. It's about a whole bunch of different things. But again,
And
me being a
support. Yeah.
pro-Black woman, I've never been outside of my race, and I refuse to, and I don't date outside my race. And so for me, the math just is not mathing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just not, the math is not mathing. And so for me, I would much rather be in a relationship knowing that, again, we are as Black women, we are the last to get married and we are the first to get divorced.
That's true.
These are the facts. These are the stats. I didn't make these rules. I just abide by them. And so we have an epidemic on our hands when it comes to marriage. I'm trying to get Black women married. We are trying to get Black women married. I want to get y'all sisters married, put rings on finger and MRSs in front of your name tags. But we have to get outside of our own way. Now, am I saying that poly is the end all be all? Of course not. But we have to think outside the box if we're trying to do some cool shit out here. Again, we have to have a sisterhood tribunal. The sisterhood is not broken. It's just fractured. The brotherhood is not broken. It's just fractured. There are both sides to it. And Black men right now are the internet is stupid. Black men are right now shouting through the rooftops. I'm glad you sisters is not getting your food stamps, so then the Black man can come. What is going on? You shouting through just doing a whole
Shouting
jig doing on
ignorances.
Beyonce's internet, talking about you joyful about Black women not getting food and the children not getting food. What is going on? And I pray, and I prayed this prayer last night. I said, I pray that these niggas don't have good rest. I pray that when they touch their dick is dry dick for the rest of their days. I hope when they touch their hand to do any type of sexual activity, the hand becomes sandpaper and they don't have no KY jelly or no lotion
Listen.
to soothe it. That's my prayer. That is my ultimate prayer and my goal.
And the crazier thing is that they are spitting untruths
Right, correct. It is
because the
insane.
majority of people, I'm not even finna get on my soapbox about that
Yeah. No.
because we're
Wait,
being
we gotta get
spoiled.
on the topic. Wait, we supposed to get on the topic.
Cause
I'm
it's
about to get on my
crazy.
soapbox.
It's crazy out here.
I was
I'm
about to
like,
get
Yes.
on my
Lord,
soapbox, but we not gonna do it. We gonna tap into this topic tonight. And the
yes,
topic,
Yes.
but
Power
see, I'm so
dynamic.
glad. I'm so glad that you all we did have the conversation that we had,
yes,
so we can introduce people to a little bit more of the understanding of what you all do, but
yes.
also of what kink and fetishes and lifestyle and play and all of those things that we've been saying throughout the month of October so that you guys can get a better understanding, that you all can
Yes.
have a little bit more knowledge base. So then you can go do your research based off of some of the things that you are intrigued about. You can reach out to myself or even the goddesses or Auntie Regina. I'm sure that they will be open to answering questions that'll help you to further understand more about some of the things we talked about this month. We've had some really, really great conversations on the After Dark show and on PGC Tuesdays,
Yes.
which has helped us to open up the dialogue, even with the fellas. Lord be with us.
Uh-huh.
Um, on the Tuesday show, I've navigated some of the conversations by myself with the fellas and have mercy, Lord.
Mm,
Okay. God was with me, but also he was like, I'm gonna let them run you a little bit crazy. But I was like, Sky Daddy, what are we really doing here?
right.
Um, yeah, dealing with the fellas, that's a part of the PGC team is different because they
Yeah,
are
I'm
different.
sure.
Um,
I'm sure.
so tonight we are tapping in. We are tapping in. We are talking about soft power, and we're exploring caregiver
Yes.
dynamics and
Yes.
all of that good stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I want to first talk about the difference between hard dominance and soft caregiving.
Mm,
And so for those of you all who don't know, I always try to give definition of words that we talk about or when we have topics so that way you're not like, what the hell is she talking about? So,
Mhm.
hard dominance is often associated with authority, control, physical power, and impact play.
yes.
Things like spanking, restraint, or commands.
Yes.
Soft caregiving, however, leans into emotional leadership, affection, guidance, and gentleness. So when you think about the soft caregiving, you want to think not just soft caregiving, but when you think about the two, you want to think about the difference between did you eat today versus get on your knees.
Right.
Okay. So you want to think about the difference between the two. You want to think about you're safe here versus you belong to me. So there
Right.
is a difference between the hard dominance and soft caregiving. I like a
You
little
can
bit of
still
both.
wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. For the soft caregiving, you can still belong. You can think like you still belong to me, but
Yeah.
it's
So
just a
that's kind
little
of
bit,
the
you
it's kind of
know.
just giving people the understanding of how
Yes,
like the difference between soft and hard, even though they can overlap based
Yeah.
on
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
what yeah. So both
I always say,
both
I always say in BDSM, I love the B and the D and the D and the S, but I'm not real big on the S and the M. I love this
okay.
was perfect. This conversation about the
Okay.
caregiving part of it. So I'm so excited to have this
Absolutely.
conversation.
Absolutely. So understand that both dynamics are valid as hell because people are
Mhm.
different. Both dynamics
Absolutely.
are valid, but they serve different emotional and erotic needs, just so you have an understanding. So the
Mhm.
good part about all of this is um, they build safety, care, and emotional grounding within kink, and it creates balance between pleasure and comfort.
Mhm.
So, what's y'all running to me? What y'all like? Y'all like soft or hard?
Yeah.
Or
So
are you the one that's the caregiver or the dominant? Which one?
She is not the dom.
I am.
It wasn't.
She making fun of me.
No.
I yes, I'm sub all the way, and a lot
Yeah.
of it is because being a sub doesn't mean that you're still not strong. Because
No.
I'm
Absolutely.
a dominant in life. So when I'm at home, when I'm with my partner, when I'm in the bedroom, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want that opportunity to be soft. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, the one that's in charge. But I also, what I think about when, we have taught foreplay to death. So me and no foreplay, oh, I got to go do this first. I got to go down on you. I got to do all this stuff, right? But what we don't teach is the aftercare.
Yeah.
And that is my favorite part after sex. Like I love to be told I'm a good little girl. I love to be the big spoon or the little spoon. You know what I'm saying? Like don't roll over and go to sleep on me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like after
Oh
we
my God, niggas forget about
don't do that.
aftercare.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I need to feel your body next to me. I need you to tell me, stroke my hair, tell me that you know what I'm saying? That I was,
You're so
it was
beautiful.
amazing. I'm beautiful. You know what I'm saying? All those wonderful things that makes me feel, and that could be a part of me, like just missing that, missing the daddy in my life, whatever. I don't know what it is, but I
You
need
said, but I need it.
that. I need that
Absolutely.
reassurance in my life. So for me, aftercare is my favorite. Like, I mean, sex is wonderful. I love it. Don't get me wrong. But that
Yes.
aftercare is so important to me. I need that.
Yes.
I need that
So
in my
that's
life.
where you
And I
and I
like to
are
be
on the
told,
same page.
hello, hello, hello.
I love me some aftercare, and I hate when I don't get it because it be like, I won't be over here no more. I will not come back.
Right.
I am not
Yeah.
coming back because why you just roll over and left me over here like nothing? Like, you ain't want to
Yeah.
cuddle with me? I am soft, sir.
Thank
All of
you.
me feels like a booty. I am soft. What are we doing? Why did you not cuddle me? Why did you not like? You ain't even hook your leg or have me to hook my leg on your leg. We ain't necessarily have to
Nothing.
cuddle, but
We
you didn't
gotta
do
we gotta
nothing.
hook legs. We gotta
You
do
didn't do
something.
nothing. I am not
Mm-mm.
coming back. Just know that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Period.
tell everybody it was little, if ever. No, I'm just
Yeah.
playing.
Everybody in the group chat gonna know. Everybody in the group chat.
Because I hate the fact that a lot of people want to do the foreplay, they want to have the
Yeah.
sex, but
Yeah.
nobody wants to do the aftercare. Care for me
Aftercare is
after the
so
sex.
yeah, aftercare is so
Love on
important.
me.
Yeah, no, aftercare is so important. As a professional switch, I am a switch in the BDSM world. Um and so Goddess Enchantress is about to come out for that's my alter ego, y'all.
Well, come on
Um
out here, honey. Join us.
so for me, this conversation is so dope. And for me, I because of what I do, um, Nisha always says, "You be making the bitches cry. You be just making them cry. You just be getting all the emotions out. You like just and because of the way that I handle people with love and care,
And
um,
care.
and care is and it's the way that I talk to people when I'm doing a scene. I am very a big opponent because of most of my demographic of who I do work with is Black folks. I'm saying this on live. I do not denigrate. I do not denigrate. I will never humiliate. We've been through enough, and I'm not the one.
Okay.
We've been through too much.
Listen,
Like we've been through too
we've
much.
been
Been
all of
through too
that
much.
enough.
Yeah, we've been through too much. And so the last thing I want to do is trigger some traumas, right? And some hurt and some pain, right?
Hmm.
In you when I'm trying to heal you, when I'm trying to heal your soul, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So I'm not trying to bring up, what happened, you know, 25 years ago. I'm
Sorry,
not
I
trying
did
to
not
do
mean to
that.
do that.
It's okay. And so
Mhm.
for me, aftercare is extremely important. So after I'm done with the scene, what I like to do is words of affirmation. I am a huge opponent of that. I will whisper in your ear that you are a bad bitch and that you deserve this orgasm
That part.
and that you
Now somebody
deserve
tell me
this.
that, I'm gonna be like, you want some dinner? You hungry?
Wait a
You
minute.
deserve.
I think
You
you
I
got a
want
deserve
couple
it.
you to
proposals, didn't you, Kiki? From
Yeah,
women and men.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You deserve.
listen.
You
I'll
deserve
be
this. You've earned
like,
it.
so
It's yours, right? And this is the thing that I say. I tell people to close their eyes, only listen to the sound of my voice. You can do this right now if you want to, if you want to do this. Um, I want you to breathe in very deeply for me. Only listen to the sound of my voice. I am who I am.
period. And I'm is.
I am the one and only one. I am a goddess. I am a king. I am a warrior. I am sound mind, body, and spirit.
Yes.
I'm going to get all the money that my pockets can take, right? I'm going to get all the orgasms that my pussy and dick can handle. I'm going to get all the love in my heart, all the joy and peace that's in my mind. I am the baddest. There is no one above me besides God.
And is. Okay.
Ashe, Ashe,
Ashe,
Ashe. And
Ashe.
when
Ashe,
I tell people,
ashe,
and when I'm
ashe.
done, right? And I do different variations of word affirmations and things like that. But when I do that, I create a safe space. And that's when the floods, and I'm just like, really? I didn't mean to make her cry, mama. I didn't mean to make it cry, pumpkin. That was not the
Because do
point.
you know how many people don't receive that level of
Yeah,
care
no,
or
they don't.
and not
No.
just attention, but intention?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
when somebody receives that amount of intention directly spoken to them, it
Right.
changes how you feel on the inside. It changes something
Yes.
within you that makes
Yes.
that's like, okay, thank you because I felt like I wasn't shit today. And you just
Right.
changed that. You just changed
Mhm.
my whole thought process. You changed
Yes.
my the way I'm thinking or feeling in this current moment. Even though we was doing what we was doing in my mind, I felt something
Yes.
else. In my mind, I
Yes.
was
So, you know
something
what?
else to myself.
And
Yeah.
you say you talk about the chemicals, the
Yes.
dopamine, the
Yep.
oxytocin. So
Yep.
you got all of that with the adrenaline and sex, right?
It's
And
moving.
now those affirmations just take it up to the next level, you know what I'm saying? So it's like before, during, and after
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? People, you getting life breathed into you. You know
That's
what
why
I'm
them
saying?
people
And that's
was
a beautiful
proposing.
thing.
Well, I'm also a
It's
chef.
a beautiful
So
thing.
yeah, I'm also a chef by trade. So, I have a degree. So I feed you. I'm gonna
Shit,
feed
that's why them
you.
people
I'm
proposing.
gonna feed
You just
you,
spoke
and then
life.
I'm also gonna feed you, right? I'm
You
gonna
just
feed your
spoke
Wait a minute,
life,
mind,
they
your body, and
orgasm,
your
and you just
spirit.
fed them. Girl,
and
I
that food,
propose
Period.
and
too.
that food is orgasmic too.
I propose too. The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, she done got a couple proposals, especially around on Thanksgiving.
Oh
But
yeah, I've already got requests. I already got a request.
Absolutely.
This year I'm making creme brulee banana pudding
See,
with a bourbon
see,
caramel sauce.
ever
Yeah.
since we've been to Baltimore, we've had so many conversations about banana pudding. It is not even funny. At the actual event that we were at, we talked about banana pudding, and then we had a conversation about banana pudding. And here you are talking about banana pudding. Somebody needs to make me some banana pudding before I
some
have
Creme
my
banana
kids.
brulee.
pudding.
Creme
Be-
brulee banana pudding.
listen.
Yeah.
You
With a
all the way
bourbon
you
caramel
all the way
sauce.
over there. You all the way over there. So I'm not even worried about no creme brulee banana pudding. I just want some banana pudding.
Just anybody
Listen.
give me some banana pudding. That's
Listen,
what you
somebody
Yes.
said.
better bring me some,
Yeah, I
okay?
got you, sis.
Yeah.
I got
So
you.
I want
But
to say this to
uh-huh,
piggyback off of Kiki and her affirmations. Another
absolutely.
thing that turns me on is when your partner says, "I got you. I
Yeah.
got it." that is so assuring because
Mm-hmm.
for me, I always am the one that got it. I got to figure it out. I got to figure out how the bill's going to get paid and how these things. So if you just to
Mm-hmm.
have somebody in those moments to say, I got you. That is a panties wet like a mother. Well, if I wore panties, I don't even wear them. But panties wet like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's just someone just speaking into you, just touching you, telling you I got you, making you feel just feel safe and secure. Now, they also need to be secure. You know, they have to be strong. You know what I'm saying? You always constantly pouring into somebody that can be draining. Kiki can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Oh
you
yeah.
always, if you're the one that's always pouring into someone, you got to figure out how you gonna get
How
your,
you gonna
you know
get
what I'm
poured
saying?
back
Your
into?
pour it back into you because you can't
Listen,
pour it from an empty cup, right?
can't.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah, because I'm
but
also an empath. So I'm tricked like a motherfucker. So when I'm pouring into these nagas and I'm like, "Ugh, I need a minute. Give me a minute. I need some time. I need some time." And she will tell you I will take a few days from the world because I've been
Mm-hmm.
pouring into so many people. I've been doing the work. And so now I need a moment with a bowl of cereal and my
Okay.
cartoons.
yeah, so
Yes.
that yeah, so that's the
Did
question.
we
Like
just
if
become
you're
best friends?
Yeah,
yeah, cause
yeah.
I'm a I don't know that I'm not the one that. Well, no, that's true. I guess I have kind of poured into people in that way, but typically a dom, it's like how do you get yours? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're constantly being the caregiver and giving the care. Now I can tell you from an everyday perspective because I care for
Mm-hmm.
my mother who has Alzheimer's is that I have to find some type of self care for me. I've gotta do something that I love to do. I've gotta meditate, do something, figure out something so that I can get up and go back and, deal with the next day. Because it's a lot. Caregiving takes a lot, even in what I'm saying, in the not even just in the bedroom, but outside of that when you're caregiving for your family.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because it
and
can
again, you
drain
can't
you.
pour from an empty cup.
Yeah,
So
it will drain you, and trust me, your pussy will dry up if
Listen.
if your well is not full. Your pussy will be dry, and we don't do
yeah.
dry pussy over her. Like
We
what?
don't do dry
That is
kente.
not sexy succulent. That's not
Uh,
sexy. Come
Yeah.
on, what?
listen. Um, we don't do dry nothing.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So the other part of this conversation, so we do want to tap into how nurturing, comfort, and regression can
Mm,
create deep erotic energy. So, regression, for those of you who don't know, most of us should know, or the little dynamic doesn't
yeah.
always mean childlike play.
Yes.
Okay. So this is to help you understand the different dynamics and what they actually mean. Because a lot of times when we think of the word regression, we always think about all the way back. We think about
Right.
all the way back. We don't
Right.
think about no space in between. We think about from adult to childhood. So
Right.
it does not
Mhm.
always mean childlike play. It's about emotional release and comfort. Some
Mhm.
people find erotic power in letting their walls down, being cared for, and having permission to rest if that
Yes.
is
Mhm.
what you are offering, call me. Okay. Um,
Yes.
Right. My number
this,
is sorry.
Yes.
okay. This can include things like being cuddled or comforted after intimacy, which is the aftercare we just spoke about. But then
Yes.
also playful power exchanges, reading, feeding, affirmations, or rules that build safety. And then emotional surrender without shame. Now, can we talk about what that looks like, the especially the emotional surrender without shame? Because in a lot of these spaces, a lot of people enter it with this idea of shame always having to be attached to something. You know what I'm saying? And on the other side of it is that some people can give a fuck about shame. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me your thoughts, especially on the part about emotional surrender, but how you all feel about the nurturing, the comforting, and the regression.
Ooh. So I'm also a little um my partner, daddy dynamic. So I do have that brat, and so I have to like let it out, and he knows what to do to put it out. You know what to do. I'm like, all right, baby, all right. And
Okay.
yeah, so um and he's also a dom. So it's it's a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's a fun time for me. Yeah.
I've I've yet to be in that space, but I when you were saying what you said, it took me back to my early 20s, and I had dated this guy, and every time I would come over to his house, he would feed me. He would cook for me, and he
Mm.
would feed me, and he would fuck the shit out of me. And I realized like I didn't know what to call it or anything. Like you know what I'm saying? Back then I didn't know what that was. But I loved it. Like I looked forward to going over there because he would always like, I made something for you, but he had to feed it to me. You know what I'm saying? And then one time, I might be going too deep in this, but he just out of the blue was like, "Can I shave you?" And then
Period.
I was like, okay. And then he commenced to shake me down there. I had never experienced that in my life. And then went down on me afterwards. And I was just like, but I was just like, it was just so foreign to me. I had never had that experience. Now he had a lumpy ass waterbed that I hated, but I hated that damn waterbed. But I looked forward to coming to see him because I knew because of the care that he gave me. And I'm
Hmm.
just not think it just came to surface when you read what you read. Like that memory.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh no. What
Oh, what
happened?
happened?
I don't know.
That's okay. Her phone probably died or something. It's okay.
It's okay.
Um, but I definitely understand like where she's coming from because sometimes you
Yeah.
do love the care dynamic. Sometimes you
Yeah.
do love being cared for, being
Yeah.
talked to in a certain way, in a certain tone, in a
Yeah.
certain behavior.
Yeah.
And um, I think that a lot of us are settling in situations that don't necessarily bring out our best selves. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Those things, some situations don't bring out the best version of us or don't allow us to find what our best version may be because we haven't explored, we haven't tapped
Right.
in, we haven't
Right.
figured it out. So,
Right.
um, yeah, I'm just over here thinking, I'm like, damn,
It's
have
a good time over here.
I been
Yeah, no, because and as Black women, we're always having to be the caregivers. We're
yeah.
always having to be the ones to make the financial burdens, the this and the that, and it's a lot on it's a lot on our shoulders. So when you
Hmm.
find a partner or when you find somebody that can give you that, right? Sometimes it can be scary because it's
Hmm.
foreign, because we've been taught since birth you have to be strong.
Hmm.
Don't let your guard down for these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, all these kind of stuff. You can be all bad by yourself, and it's like it's so stupid. No, I need a
Mhm.
man. Like, what are you talking about? No, I need a man. I
Absolutely.
want a man. I need to be cared for, and I want to be loved. right?
Absolutely.
So yeah,
But
no,
you,
all that is played at. We not
I'm
doing
sorry,
that
I
shit
don't
no
know what
more.
happened.
that I
That's
think
okay.
I'm in that space. I don't want to be cared for,
Okay.
and, and it's like I I'm a tomboy. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
And
When I'm done,
that's fine.
when we're done. Unless I'm really into you,
Yeah.
then I'm all for the cuddling. But I only want it for a little bit. I don't want, you know how some people like, oh, I want to be up under you. I don't want that. I
Yeah.
want to.
I
Okay, we
love
didn't do
it.
what we did. You get your corner, let me get my corner. And you, that's just me. I've
I
always
love
been
it.
like, I don't want that. Oh, let me be up under you. I don't. To me, that's stifling. I don't want that. I'm
Yeah.
Mm.
already on top of me, all over me. We didn't did all of that. That touchy feeling stuff. It's a cut for me. So you go to your
Feel
corner,
you.
I go to my corner. But if I'm really into you and you get me in that soft girl era, then
Yes.
then yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. But it takes a lot to get me there, and I'm
Yeah.
learning. I'm 50. I'm gonna be 55
Yes.
for weeks. So
You look
I'm
amazing.
thank you. I'm still learning to get there. And I mean, I appreciate it, but like I said, I'm a tomboy. I was raised with 10
Mhm.
boys. So it's just like I have this tough exterior, and it's
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
okay, dude, we done. What you doing? I don't want all of that.
We done had a few orgasms. Now it's time. Breakfast. You want breakfast? Oh, there's
No,
an
baby, there's
IHOP down the
$20.
street.
No, there's $20 on the stand. There's a bag of chips and
uh-uh,
some.
not $20 on a bag
That's
of chips.
funny.
Quit.
Yes,
Mm.
And see,
I
I'm the
felt
opposite. I need it. I crave affection. I crave to be like even if my toe is just touching your leg, like I gotta put my arm on you somehow. I gotta have a hand on you. That's just how I am, and because most of the time, like in the everyday life, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I see you. You know what I'm saying? And then when we
Mm-hmm.
together, then it's like, okay, now I'm here and I got you, and we got each other's attention. Now I'm not, you know, in your face all the time. I want to be all in your face. You know what I'm saying? I got shit to do, and hopefully you got a life and shit to do. But when once we're in that time together, I like to be all in.
Yeah. I'm the same. I'm the same way simply because I do have to do all the things. I do have to be in leadership. I do have to build and grow and connect and talk to people and be in that mode all the time. And so when I'm done, I'm ready to be somebody's boss baby.
Right.
I want to
Exactly.
be
Not
the
the
little
boss
boss
baby.
baby. I want to be cuddled up and I want to be hugged on and I want to be cared for because even while I'm doing all of those things, I'm pouring into people, I'm connecting with people, I'm affirming people, I'm making sure people are in their best mental space. If you're not in that mental space, let's talk, let's have a conversation, let's do, so I'm doing all of those caregiver kind of things or big
Right.
Mhm.
sister kind of things or all of that on a regular basis. And
Right.
so when I'm down and when I'm done, I need to be poured into. I need to be taken care of. I need to be refilled. I need to be affirmed. All of the things.
Auntie Rachel, though, let me ask you
Right.
this.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
struggling finding that.
Me too.
Mm.
I am.
Absolutely.
I'm struggling finding that kind of partner who, um, one doesn't think that after they come, sex is over with. Okay, and then
Hmm.
two, someone who is affirming and affectionate. I
Hmm.
struggle with that, and
Me too.
it's and so I was just wondering, is it just me, or am I am I asking too much? I don't think
No,
I'm asking too
it's a
much.
ashy nigga epidemic going on right now. I just told
Not
you.
an ashy nigga.
I just told you that these niggas is celebrating the jollies of 40 million people losing their SNAP benefits tomorrow. right?
And
They
not
doing
thinking
a
that it's their
whole
mama
G
and their
about it.
sister
They
too,
doing
but
a whole doing a whole Harlem Shake on Beyonce's internet, talking out the side of their neck about, well, we the black man about to come back in the house. No, the fuck you not, nigga.
whose
Like,
house?
what is you talking about? Like,
Whose house?
no,
Not
and then
my
you
house.
talking about go Trump. Oh no, you support the orange Cheeto Puff too. You gotta go.
And
You
he's the
are
reason
too
that so many of y'all are really out here not being able to achieve in
fat.
this current space. Not saying he was the reason, but in this current space, he's going to be the reason a lot of y'all are not going to be able to reach the goals that y'all want to reach. But like I said,
Correct.
I don't want to stand on my soapbox about that because
Listen. But it's all interconnected at the end of the day, because
it is.
again, just like we say, everything is political. Even our sex is political. So who you sleep with tells me everything I need to know about you. So if you on
You.
your soapbox doing a whole damn jig about 40 million people losing out on like snap, and you talking about some, I wish nothing but the worst for you, bruh. I can't support that. And I can't get wet. You want to know what makes me wet? When niggas is eating. When we eating the legs, lobsters and steaks and stuff, that gets me moisturized. When people are eating good and living happy and doing it, yeah, that gets me moisturized every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, when it's miserable out here right now. So no, it's
And
crazy
it's
times.
absolutely not just you. And I've entered this space now. I just turned 41 in August, and I just entered this space.
Amazing.
Thank you, honey. I just entered this space recently
Mhm.
because I've recognized that I am no longer going to be a willing participant in pouring into anything without reciprocity. Um, because I'm a big lover. Like I love big. And
Yeah,
just like you, Kiki, I'm an empath. I feel like I'm a hyper empath depending on uh whether I've been depleted or if I'm full energy or not.
yeah,
If I'm
yeah,
depleted, I don't feel nothing. But if I'm fully energized, I'm a hyper empath. And I'm a lover girl. Like
yeah,
I always say I was created in love, born in love, and raised in love, and so all
Mhm.
that I know is love. And
yeah.
so
Mhm.
being that that's who I am, not just what I give, it makes a world of difference in how you connect with people, how you operate in the world, and you recognize that a lot of people just do not genuinely know what love looks like, what it feels like, how to connect to it or with it. A lot of people love is like a baby bird in the hand of some of these people, and they are like Elmira on Tiny Toon Adventures. They just want
Listen,
to hug it and squeeze it until the little tiny head pops off. That's how some people are with love. They don't want to give it anything. They just want to soak up everything, pop
right,
his head off, and go on about his merry little way.
right,
And
right.
so those of us who navigate the world in that space where we're like, oh, I want to give love, I want to be cared for, I want to care for somebody else, all of that, we really over here like, oh, fuck is going on? What's happening? And we out here all asking the same question like Nisha, is it just me?
Right,
Is it me? Am I asking too much? Am I doing too much?
right.
No, you are actively operating in your fullest self and you're doing exactly what you feel you should do. It's just hard to find the people that you actively want to do it for and the people
Mhm.
who would also reciprocate that same kind of energy to you.
Right.
Mhm.
Like Auntie Kiki said, it's an ashy nigga epidemic.
It's the
And
ashy
not the
nigga
ashy
epidemic.
niggas.
Yes,
And
Ah.
and nigga is not um synonymous to
the black men.
males.
No,
Right.
Yeah, no,
absolutely
Right.
not.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not synonymous to black men. Okay.
no, yeah, no.
Ashy nigga epidemic means motherfuckers across the board. Men
Bored.
and women,
Period.
black and
Yeah,
white,
yeah.
Hispanic and
All of
Asian.
all y'all.
Across the board. All
Right.
of y'all motherfuckers is
Right.
ashy.
Yeah, because I can't. Like, what do you mean? No, like, because now, when I'm out here in the world and I'm talking to people and because again, like I said, everything is political, and I literally asked the question, "Who you voted for, nigga? Who you vote for, nigga?" And if you say that orange deranged Cheeto puff, oh, click. I gotta go. We ain't got nothing in common. We don't have nothing in common, fam. We don't have anything to talk about. It's dial tone. Absolutely. Cause what the fuck
Mhm.
do you mean? You out here crazy. No,
Right. So
ma'am.
basically, what you're saying is it's important when we talk about care and stuff. It's important to be with people who care about other people. You
Correct.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you want people who care. Like the problem is people who uh they only care about their own
Right.
interests, and
Yep.
they don't think about how certain decisions impact others.
Right.
And so that's important to me too. When connecting with someone, it's like that can impact like how you connect with that person. Because
Mhm.
if they don't care, if they don't have a care in the world about other people, how they gonna care about you and your
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and
Yep.
how you feeling. And
Right.
so it is important that, we talk when you talk about everything is political. It's
Yep.
like, why did you make that decision? Well, it didn't affect me. It affected, this person. There's just a lot of people out here fucking around and finding out
Oh yeah.
because they voted against their own interests, or they, picked someone because it was the whole thing, like, it ain't affecting me, but they don't realize
Mhm.
that everything affects us. We're all connected. We're interconnected some way.
Right.
And if you don't care about other people, you know what I'm saying? How could you even, what I'm saying, care about the person next to you or who you're
Yep.
with
Yep.
and give them that care and, you
Yep.
know what I'm saying, and that love. You don't give a shit. And
No.
there's a lot of not give a shit motherfuckers out here,
Mhm.
that wanna get in the bed with you,
Oh
but they
yeah.
don't wanna do,
The
what's
work.
necessary. Right. They don't wanna do the work to really nurture you and nurture the relationship. And
We
that's
always
important.
say at OMG community is currency, right? We believe
Mhm.
in community and we believe in community building. And so because right now it's a motherfucker clusterfuck. Sex work is being lit. Like I just went on Pornhub the other day, and they wanted ID, social security number, two forms of identification. I'm like, what the fuck is going on to get my? I had to go through my pocketbook and get two forms of identification, all types of shit, just so I can get me a nut.
Uh-huh. And Pornhub, I believe, is banned in Indiana.
Yeah, so I went to Black Touch, same thing. Shout out to Black Touch, shout out to Brian,
Oh, wait
the
a minute,
Black
Black Touch.
Touch. But
Let
yeah,
me
no,
let
they
me
they
let me
wanted
pull Black Touch back
identification.
up.
Oh yeah, go on and get
Let
Black
me
Touch. Go
let
on
me
and
pull that back up.
yeah, because they was our sponsors, for 2025. So we gotta shout them
Hey,
out, little sponsorship. Yeah, we
absolutely.
love Black Touch, but yeah, I had to give out identification, all types of stuff, just to get on Black Touch so I can get my orgasm for the nigga.
Listen,
So when we say that even your orgasm is
it's
political,
it's being politicized. Absolutely.
right? So when we say everything is political, that's what the fuck we mean, right?
Yeah.
Even your orgasm is being politicized, ladies and gentlemen. So how you get your nut off is being politicized. I gotta give two forms of identification. I'm a grown ass nigga. I've been hunching since I was 15. What the fuck you mean I gotta give two forms of ID to go on Black Touch just so I can get my situation?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy out
yeah.
here.
But
So
that's why I think more than ever, yeah, we all need touch. We all
right,
need we all need some form of assurance. Even outside of the bedroom, it's like, we have
Yes.
a sister circle and we support each other, and
Yes.
it's just the caregiving, and even in that, in our circles with
Yep.
each other, until you find that one that can take care of it in the bedroom. It's still
Right.
finding, we all have, as humans, connection is important to us in
Right.
any way.
Absolutely.
And so we have to find, we find those ways where we're lacking. If we're lacking in a relationship, then we find it in other ways. But y'all, I'm still looking for that, that dom to take care of me and tell me I'm
Yeah.
a good girl and rub my booty until I fall asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Period. Period. And I think one of the other things too is that a lot of us, when we talk about the caregiving and sisterhood and
Yes.
connection and all of that
Yes.
kind of stuff, a lot of us don't even recognize how touch deprived we are. We
Yes.
don't recognize like that is a real epidemic. Like that is
Yep.
not
So
something
touch
that is
yourself.
like,
Oh,
Right.
listen,
Yeah.
and do,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
make sure you do.
Right.
Make sure you do, but that is a real thing. Like people are not hugging or kissing or
No.
touching or connecting or any of that. And we
Right.
had a whole show about touch deprivation because it is a real thing.
Yeah.
And there was a video of a young lady going around and she was crying and talking about how she has not been hugged in so long that she forgot what that looks like or what that feels like or how her skin or her body reacts when she's been touched, when she's been cared for
Right.
to the
yeah.
point where somebody is hugging on her. And we did
It's
a
a
whole
whole
show about it because it is a real thing that people are
I
not
It's
know it's a
being
whole
absolutely.
profession out
hugged
there. It's a
Yeah.
whole profession out here where you can pay somebody to cuddle
to
with you.
cuddle. We talked
Yep.
about that
And
Tuesday. Yep.
Yep.
cuddling, cuddling, you don't think, like, you like, wow, people are paying people to cuddle, but like you
Yep.
were saying, people are touch deprived. And
Hmm.
I had first heard about that. I was Oregon. I went
Yeah. She went to
Uh-oh.
Oregon. She went to Oregon. Shout out to Sex Geek Summer Camp. And they had a whole thing about, the cuddling
Girl,
and
y'all
all of
gonna have
that.
to send me a whole little booklet of
Listen,
information.
when we go to these events and things like that, um, when we go to these places, we really, go in deep, right?
Hmm.
And sister just came back from Atlanta to go to Sex Down South and had a time.
Yes,
Okay. Shout out to
yes,
Portland, Tia, period.
yes. I spoke
And
with Tia.
man,
They were
and I
supposed to
could,
come on this month, but we
yes,
working. We working, so we gotta have a
yes.
conversation with Sex Down South as well.
They they do amazing work. They do amazing work. And
Yeah.
so, and to all of the, the sex conferences out here that are doing amazing, wonderful things. But yeah, no, uh, cuddling is a big thing. Like we went to the Southwest Love Fest and they had a cuddle session. And me and sis were like, I don't know if I want to partake.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
about it. I didn't know about
yeah,
it then until I went to, and I'm sorry,
sexy.
I've had my phone on Do Not Disturb, but when someone calls me, it keeps cutting off,
It'll
so I
kick you
don't
out.
understand.
Yes.
I
You
don't,
good. If your phone is
okay.
open, even if it's on Do Not Disturb, it'll still pass calls through, which is dumb as hell.
Oh, okay. I got to figure that out because that's a hot
Yeah.
mess. Everybody uses their phone for mostly everything. But I was saying I went to Sex Geek Summer Camp, and that's when I learned about cuddling, um, and we had cuddle sessions, and now I'm like all for it. When I went to Sex Down South, um, I had a cuddle session. Like I signed up for a cuddle session, and all we did, it was quiet. There was a person, a stranger, that just laid with me, and I was the little spoon, and they were the big spoon, and she just laid with me and held me, and it was just like sometimes we need that in our lives. And I'm telling y'all, people, if you have a partner,
Yeah.
it can mean so much just to hold them and hug them.
Yeah.
And they might be, if they're not used to it, they might be like, "What the fuck you doing? What's going on?" And that's where the communication comes in. Maybe say,
Yep.
"I want to hug you." You should always ask for permission first. "I want to
Yes.
hug you. Can I give you a hug?" You might feel them melt into you. All the frustration, the sad,
Yeah.
all of that could just might come out, and
Yeah.
you be shocked. I've seen Kiki just hug somebody and then they just bust out crying.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally
Because
fall in, literally fall into my bosom and just start weeping. And I'm just like, I'm here. And all I tell them is I'm here. I'm not going anywhere until they get what they need
Mhm.
and get their release of what they need.
mhm.
And they're like, why you do this to me? I'm like, you did it. I was just a vessel for you to get that
Yep.
out of you.
Mhm.
Right. So no,
Yeah.
people are very much deprived again because like I said, everything's political. You got these red pill ashy ass niggas. Take the microphone away. Marshall,
Mhm.
take you foolish goats. Take the mic. I guarantee you, if microphones were $50,000, half of these nincompoops that are doing red pill, all this
Conversations.
kind of foolishness, yeah, all these niggas, every last one of them, gone tomorrow. Because listen, they're giving them the wrong information. They're telling them, oh, this and that, and it's crazy. And these young men are falling for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They need because they need a hug too. I feel
Right.
really, especially for black men. A lot of times, black men don't get because there's so much pressure on them and how they're
Yeah.
supposed to be. They don't get the opportunity to
To
really
be
be
soft.
vulnerable and be
Right.
Mhm.
soft. And then we as black women, we be like, I don't want no punk ass, soft ass nigga. And it's
Yeah.
like, so we don't get the opportunity. They don't get the opportunity to be that. It's like they want to assign it to the LGBTQ. It's like, oh, that's gay, and it's
Right.
no, it's an
No.
emotion that we all need. And so
Right.
women don't will say they don't want no punk ass nigga, and then they be like, he wasn't sensitive enough to my needs.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
it's
You
Make up your mind,
sensitive?
sister.
it's
Do
a
you want the
crazy
sensitivity or
way.
not? Sister, do
It's
you want the sensitivity or not? You got to make up
right.
your
The
mind.
conversations in regards to emotion and how it plays a
Yes.
part in what men are, what they do, what women
Yes.
want, but then they
Yes.
contradict themselves. This shit is
Absolutely.
asinine in the grand scheme of things. It is asinine in the,
It's a
out here right
mess.
now. When
I
it
think
comes to
women
dating, when it comes to connection and all of that.
I think women doms could make a lot of money doing the soft, the you know what I'm saying, the soft
Oh yeah.
dynamics and care and like looking from like telling black men it's okay, come and you can come and be
I
cuddled
do.
and be
I
soft
tell
with
them
me.
all the time when I do dom work, especially with black men, again, I don't degrade, I don't demean, I don't do anything that's going to make them feel emasculated in that way. Um, and a lot of the time they just need a hug. And so when I
Mhm.
hug them and I give them those words of encouragement, they literally start to pour and they start to cry. And some of them, like I had one, he hadn't cried in like 5 years. And he was like, what are you
Mm,
doing to me? And I'm like, I'm just here. I'm just a vessel. This is my mission. This is my ministry. I literally, like, we call ourselves, this is ministry work. This is nothing but God. This is it. So you call it what you want. But
mhm.
I tell people, like, we need each other. We need each other. That's it. That's
Absolutely.
all.
We absolutely do, which is why we connect with people that are really, really dope, like you ladies. And
Ah,
listen, we gonna have to
period.
have y'all come back because this conversation
Yeah.
is really,
Period.
really good. And we were literally just scratching the surface. We literally just touching the tip of the iceberg when it
That's the
comes
tip.
to exploring caregiver dynamics and all of that kind of stuff. So we gonna have the goddesses back to talk more about
Yes.
this. and deep dive a
Yes.
little further about the caregiver dynamics and things like
Yes.
that,
Yes.
because this is a essential part of what we do and how we navigate these different spaces.
Yes.
So we gonna work it out. We gonna figure out when they can come back, and we gonna let y'all know when part two of
Yes.
exploring caregiver dynamics is going to be coming.
Yes.
But I definitely want to say thank you to the ladies for showing up, showing out, and
Thank
giving
you
us
for
so
having
much
us.
information in such a short period of time. Because now I'm like, okay, I need to talk to Nisha and I need to talk to Kiki, and then I need to talk
Period.
to both of y'all together, and then
Yes.
all of that good stuff. Because y'all need to give me a whole little motherfucking list of these conferences and such and whatnots
Yes.
and all of that good stuff. Because
Yes.
we want to be present in some of these spaces so that we can help our people to better understand what it
Yes.
is that they're out here doing and how they're navigating these spaces. Because especially on the melanated side of things, I've been
Yes.
to um, thanks to Auntie Regina, I got to do media at a party here, which was a play party, but I also got to do the media aspect and
Nice.
deep dive and ask questions and really, truly gain an understanding of how people enter these different spaces. And so it was amazing. But I want to learn more from the melanated side. And so
Yes.
I'm definitely going to be emailing or inboxing or DMing or whatever it's going to take so we can connect.
Yes.
So we can
Yes.
show up in some of these spaces and all of that good stuff.
Yes. Yes.
But if
It's important that we show up for each other, right?
absolutely.
And build community together, because a lot of us, especially Black folks, we live in silos. And so, and we like to, not us, but some of us like to hoard resources. And that's
Hmm.
why we say community is currency, right? We build
Absolutely.
together. And so going to these events like the Pleasureverse, like Neck Conference, like Sex Down South, even some of the white spaces, like we've been to Exotica and the avians and things like that. We even shout out to Gina from the Urban X Awards. We just came back from LA doing some cool shit with doing the Urban X. Going to these spaces and meeting these people is necessary, right? And building community with these folks is very important to us, right? Especially, again, these times is crazy and we don't know what's gonna happen, especially with the orange orangutan doing all this kind of delusional nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So they might
Hmm.
shut all this motherfucking shit down. You know what I'm saying? So we need to build together. It's important.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely
Absolutely.
important. Hmm.
So if you would like to connect with the ladies, you can connect with them right here. We got
Oh my
their,
god,
hold
you got
on.
my picture on
That
my way.
is y'all.
Oh
That is
my
y'all.
word.
So you
My
can
favorite
connect with
picture
them.
is the all the way to the right. I hate the one in the middle. Like I hate that
Ah,
picture.
I love the
With
one
a
in the middle. I love them
like,
both.
like really loves that picture, but the one on the right though,
that's your favorite?
here,
Okay.
I mean, you still like, you still like, what?
So make sure you connect with the goddesses on their Instagram. You can
Yes,
check out their website, and then you can contact the goddesses directly at the QR code with their logo over it. But connect with these ladies, learn something, check out their Instagram and all of that good stuff, because that's how I found them. Well, I
yes,
found them through our good girlfriend, the Melanated Vixen, last week.
yes. Shout out to
But
the
checking
Yes.
out
melanated
their
Shout out.
vixen.
website and checking out their Instagram helped me to understand what they do. And that's how we got them here. So make sure you connect with them, all of that good stuff. Check them out, see what they got going on. And, tap in so that you can be with them in February at the Pleasureverse. All right. Um,
Yes. See you there.
Yes, it's
absolutely.
gonna be a time, okay? Like when I tell you,
Mm.
Listen, you get your
Yes,
tickets and
ma'am.
stop playing. Don't sleep on the ticket. The ticket is not for play.
Listen,
Okay?
gonna do what you got to do so you can make sure you
Yes,
get your ticket so you
yes,
can be in the pleasure verse come February. And we gonna tap in so we can see how PGC can be in the place to be when it
Absolutely.
comes to the
yes.
pleasure verse.
Period.
But again, stay connected with the goddesses. Make sure you check out yours truly. Uh, Leo Rochelle. And if you enjoy the show, you can buy us a coffee. Okay. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/PGC Media Co. And make sure you check out our new link tree. It is packed full of information. And if you are a business owner, we got a little plug corner on there. So you can reach out to me so we can get your link added into the plug corner. That's our little space for all things PGC and all the people, the dope businesses that we're connected to. So if you want your link added to our link tree so our audience can connect with you, contact me directly. But this is your way to subscribe to the channel, join our email list by tapping into our link tree, and then you can buy us a coffee by going to our buy us a coffee page and just tapping in, connecting with us. And we are trying to reach our 1K subscribers. So make sure y'all go to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe for the free and then hit that bell right next to it so you can be notified each and every time we go live, y'all. So we get ready to get up out of here. We want to thank you for spending your Friday night with us. And per usual, y'all know next Friday is the first Friday, so the aunties are doing what? Getting our beauty sleep. And we will be back the following Friday. So in 2 weeks, you'll see the aunties back. But we want to thank you again for spending your Friday night with us right here on PGC After Dark with the Crazy Rich Aunties. We want you to keep it classy, keep it sexy, and as always, keep it spicy. All right. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and spending your Friday with us. We hope y'all have an amazing weekend. And thank you again to our really dope guests,
Thank you.
the
Thank
goddesses of
you.
OMG, Orgasmic
Woo.
Melanin Goddesses. Y'all have an
Yes.
amazing evening, and we about this thing, y'all.
Thank
Peace.
you. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Happy
Halloween, guys.
Halloween.
Bye.
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 Trust, dependency, love, respect, passion, pain, intimacy, pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you love me, you kissed and you hugged me, and you smiled and look in my eyes and tell me that